I'm so fucking... Kilomukkah. This is the name of the first episode of this side questing series that I've wanted to do for a while now. And I wanted to start it off with a bang, with this crazy, unique challenge that no one has done before. But no. Turns out everyone and their fucking mother has made a video about this goddamn challenge. So there goes my idea of being a unique fucking snowflake. However, then I started to watch the videos. While I am not the first person to do this, I do still believe I have a unique perspective. I watched a lot of these videos in my despair of learning that I am unoriginal. And there's a few differences between everyone else and me, I believe. They have a very healthy viewpoint on this, where this is a once-off challenge, where they do the challenge, they suffer, they make the video, and then move on. I am built just a little bit differently, which means just a bit on the insane side. This challenge is a lifestyle for me. It is something I attempt every year. This year's challenge is called Kilomukkah. However, previous years have had different names. For example, last year's was named Steps Giving. I have a tradition of whenever I finish these challenges, I make myself a custom mug to celebrate the achievement. This is last year's mug. I'll bring it close to the camera. It has the steps chart on one side and just a very brief description on the other. So as you can see, I'm a veteran of the 24-hour challenge game. I have already succeeded in doing 100,000 steps in a day. This year for me, the goal is to one-up myself and get to 100 kilometers instead of just 100,000 steps. Yeah, this has taken the challenge to a whole new level, because in order to reach this, some running will be required to make it happen. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jack, it's 24 hours. How slow are you fucking walking? And to that I say, shut the fuck up. I'm getting to it. So I've learned from my first attempt at this that one continuous effort is a bad and painful way to go about this challenge. I found that incorporating breaks early and often is the secret sauce in getting the most out of myself in a day. These breaks, while usually no longer than 15 minutes, do pile up and make an impact in the overall moving time, significantly enough where with this strategy, 100 kilometers would not be realistic without running. Oh shit, would you look at the time? We're nearly at 5 minutes already. Let's actually just jump into the actual footage now. We can walk and talk as we go from here. So here we are at Melbourne Uni Athletics track. Dark as fuck. Doesn't really matter, I'm not really vlogging it because can't see shit. This is going to be my home for the next 5 hours. Oh, don't want to get ahead of myself. It's 11:59. So here we go. This first 15-minute stint will just be walking. Then be 15-minute running. Then cooling down with another 15-minute walk. Then we'll rest. Then we'll do it all again. I've only just woken up and I'm still kind of feeling nervous. Welcome to the first running segment. But we're going to make sure we're going to run nice and slow. We're not here to burn out before we even get halfway through this challenge. Just a nice conversational pace. Not that I'm going to be talking to anyone, just to myself. On my rest parts. No, particularly my right knee is prone to be a bit sore if I don't stretch it out. I'll probably record this entire segment, but I probably won't record any of the other running parts because they're all going to look like this. I'm also starting to think that this running watch isn't very accurate. I'll still use it, but like, it's not line up with what I think what the distance should be at all. And I'll probably grab on my sandwiches as well after the next lap. Yeah, we'll call it on this one. I am 1 hour deep. I'll say it's quite cold out here. And I didn't bring any sort of like jacket or shirt. So I'll need to kind of innovate ways to stay warm. Other than that, I've got the little vlogging stand, so at least for the walking phase I will attempt to entertain the masses. Predictions, a couple of like guesses of just say different milestones and how far I'll go and how many steps I'll do, the kilometers at different parts and at the end. But the goal is to get to 100 kilometers. Like, I don't plan to stop if I get there, but that is like the benchmark where I want to reach. So while barring like say injury or something like really preventing me from doing it, like I don't feel like there's much that's going to stop me from getting to 100, but I think that I can get to 120 kilometers. Because how much am I at? Nope, I don't even want to check how much I'm at. I want this to be as raw as a prediction as possible. 120 is probably like, with the methods that I'm doing, that's probably about the limit I can expect to get, especially where at the end where I don't plan to be running. I think the amount of steps I'll have is 130,000 by the end of it. I'll be leaving here probably after 5 iterations of the walk, run, walk, rest. I think after 5 is when sunrise will be happening and I can kind of explore around in the daylight and feel a bit more safe walking around. And I feel like I think like the distance I'll be getting is a bit more predictable. I think by that stage I should be around hopefully at least 20, but yeah, I think 20 kilometers is where I'd be at by then. So I think that's good. I think I want to be, if I want to get to 120, I think I'd want it to say 25. Maybe 120 kilometers isn't achievable with my method. When I was going around this part last time, there was plovers hanging around, and they're scary. And like, I think they're fucked off now, but like that, they were having a fucking meltdown over here a couple minutes ago. I think but there was two of them just, every time I walked past, we were just eyeing each other off, but we had a very live and let live attitude. But I think some more of them must have showed up, because there were some fucking loud squawks. But they're gone now. Okay, so this is the 4th iteration, and I don't have a lot of interesting new comments to make up that it's fucking cold. I have put my arms inside my shirt to slightly make something a little bit warmer, but I totally should have brought it like a jacket just for like the times I was sitting down. Also, it's 4 o'clock. I'll update what we're at so far. So we're at 21,000 steps and 17.5 kilometers. I think we're on pace. Definitely on pace for 100, but like barely. Yeah, so definitely 120 kilometers is out of the question. Alright, we're getting away from this fucking track. 55 laps of it in 5 hours. I am sick of looking at it. We're on our way to Macca's now. We're going to go into the city, go to the one that's like near the Queen Victoria Market, get our pancakes, then we're going to head back out to Northcote, and we're going to do the Kirkdale Park Run. Would you look at that? We've made it to sunrise. I will probably not do any running until parkrun, because yeah, those 55-ish laps of the running track has really fucked up my legs. Nap is definitely on the cards, but we'll just see how I feel after I just do walking and resting, if I feel like recovered at all. If not, it's definitely going to be a nap time after parkrun. But if this does energize me, I probably won't nap. So I think I do have more running in me. I just need to kind of let the legs recover a bit, and I can probably run for longer stints, just less frequently, and that should get me a similar result as I wanted before. But I think the stopping and starting is working against me. Alright, so just did the park run, and that went like really well. I'm surprised how recovered I was after just walking for those 2 hours. Like, I ran that whole way. So this changes everything. I don't think I'll be napping. I don't think I need to. I might regret it later, but right now I feel good. It is not credit, like that was a 5k run, and it only credited me 4.5k. That's so fucked. It's already hard enough trying to get to 100 kilometers, but now it's making me work 10% harder for it. So I know in my heart of hearts, when I get to 100, it really means 110. Alright, it's 9 a.m. now, so I'm doing another checkup to see how we're pacing. So at this stage, we should be, if we're trying to get to 100 kilometers, the app should be saying 37 kilometers, 37.5 kilometers, and we are at 38.3. So yeah, to show around here. This is where I just did the park run.
Oh.
And called because like they do the little preview where they just tell like what we're doing with the run, and I was being a rude cunt and just walking around at the back and like not paying attention. And then like my plan was like to walk along with them, like walk along the back for a few hundred meters, and then once the whole crowd kind of separates out, then I was going to start running.
Yeah. Maximum amount of steps.
Yeah. But I was called with these park runs. There's this thing called a tail walker, and it's just like a volunteer who's the person at the back to make sure everyone's no one cucks over and dies.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker was trying to small talk with me after I've done like 40 kilometers already.
Did you tell him that?
No. I did my absolute best to provide meaningful conversation, but I did not. And like, I was wanting to walk for a bit longer, but like it was getting awkward, so I was like, alright, I'm gonna start running now.
I need to get away from you now. Bye. So how many steps did you do in parkrun?
I'd want to say like 6,000 was there. I want to say so my Google Fit app did rob me though, because even though the park runs are 5k, it only gave me 4.5. So just make me work that much harder to get my thing. It's a piece of shit.
You gotta make up for it.
I'm doing enough already. But yeah, so just to give you the lowdown. I started off at Melbourne Uni. I was on their running track. I did about 55 of the laps until while there was no sun. I went walk, run, walk, stop, and just followed that pattern like for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like every 15 minutes, swapping to the next one.
Did anyone see you do it?
I was on my own for like 4 hours, and then just randomly this couple just walked. So there's like the running track, and then there's like a hockey pitch in the middle.
Yeah.
And they just like walked onto the middle of the hockey pitch and just laid down. I was like, you know what? I wish I could do that right now.
Same, sis.
I think I was looking at the stars. I'm like, damn.
You can see the stars?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, a little bit.
Amongst the light pollution.
Yeah.
Anything else you did in that time?
I mean, I did a lot of like talking at the camera. Part of it was I don't want to say it was interesting, but part of it was just me rambling.
It's been a lonely 10 hours.
Yeah. The camera was my only friend, and like, oh yeah, I got so fucking bored. Like, it was like I want to say a profoundly just awful time.
Yeah.
Because I was like sweaty, it was cold, and it was like boring.
Yeah. Did you have any music or?
I didn't have any like headphone things, but like every now and then I did just like blast out like a song that was like, stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Like when I got the earworm, I was like, hang on, I can just play it out loud.
No one's here.
And then at 4 p.m. I was like, fuckers, now I can't.
Oh.
Because I don't want to interrupt their stargazing.
Yeah.
And also because all my earworms like were super cringe.
Like Taylor Swift.
That was one of them.
Did you listen to any Chumcore?
No, but everyone here should just scroll down on the channel. Click on all of them.
Watch every single Chumcore video.
And then rate them from like 1 to like 8. You might need to watch them a few times to really get to how you feel about them.
Yeah. You can't just watch them once.
Yeah.
But you know, put them on loop for like 10 hours.
Yeah, don't worry, they're in a playlist. But that would be really funny, just while they stargazing, just blasting Chumcore.
And you're like running past, so it like gets louder and then quieter.
Yeah, it gives like the Doppler effect.
Chumcore Doppler effect.
Yeah. Yeah. Then the second that I could like see the ground, I was like, cool, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm so sick of looking at this fucking track. Like I thought at the end I get this like Stockholm syndrome. Like,
yeah, I love the track now.
But like now I was like, nah, this piece of shit. It was still cold. It was still boring. And I was like sweaty, so like the cold was getting even worse. And like I was a bit stupid because I didn't bring a jumper. Like I should have.
Couldn't rely on your own body heat.
Nah. Like it was great when I was running.
Yeah.
But when I like stopped moving for 15 minutes, I was like, I'm wet and I'm cold. But luckily I just put on a YouTube video and then like I completely just dissociated.
As you do.
Yeah.
A refreshing YouTube video.
Yeah. I was watching Royal G's Guardian Only to Radiant.
You're watching Valorant videos? Oh man, I wish we'd be playing Valorant right now.
Yeah, I wish I was Royal G so bad. Yeah, ever since Wahoojan stopped uploading, I need to find my new Valorant fix. Yeah, because he got exposed because he claimed to be a rating coach, but he got boosted to rating. It was a fraud.
Oh no.
Which, you know, I'm part of the majority where we don't really care.
Yeah.
Because he was still funny. But his reputation definitely took a hit.
Yeah.
And he got sad.
And he stopped uploading.
Yeah, the piece of shit. Says he want to focus on his career.
What career?
In cybersecurity, whatever. Like, fuck you.
Oh. Your career's in Valorant.
Yeah. Your shit, this is stuff I put on my second monitor, you can't. Now I have to go back to putting on like what's called like summoning salts, like
Yeah.
speed running breakdowns.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, went to Macca's, had a disappointing hot cake meal. The hash brown was good.
That's good.
Yeah, just the hot cakes. Just cold and dry.
As everything was that day.
Yeah, it's a real theme at the moment.
Cold and cold and wet.
But yeah, I mean, I did end up making them wet, to try and to make up for the wetness. I got my hot chocolate. I just poured it over it.
Oh my god.
And you know what? It worked. It got wetter.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. But yeah, I will say like since I started walking with parkrun and then running after it, it was almost dangerous because like I kept on like overtaking people and it gave me like a little anti boost, which was like the opposite of what I should be doing.
Yeah. It's really
Trying to speed up and burn all my energy now.
Yeah.
But like it was just so like, I want to overtake another and another.
Another one. If only parkrun was at the end of the stretch.
Yeah, I'll go back. When I'm running around the 10, I'll just make sure I do a 5k.
Yeah.
And like I'll go full sprint. Also, that was something that I was like debating of just like saying to Mike, I was like, should I go for a PB? Like I'm warmed up.
I can do it.
But I was way off.
Oh. I mean, you hanged out with the guy in the back for a bit.
Yeah. Honestly, I think actually let me live update. Let's see what time I got. Oh my god, I got 33:50.
Is that good?
For me, yeah.
Oh. For the viewers back home, what's your personal best?
That's a loaded question. Honestly, I've got two of them. You got the PB for what I'm for when I've gotten back into the park run, which is about 28 minutes.
Yeah.
And then there's like my all-time one when I used to be like way better at 5Ks.
Yeah.
Which is 21 minutes.
Damn.
So eventually the goal is to make sure that Peak Jack is now, and that 19-year-old fuck is not better than me.
You gotta beat your peak.
However, I've got 8 minutes to catch up on that, and that's tough. That's tough.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah. And definitely, and I will say Kirkdale is not the park run to beat it at, because I'll say at the end of it, there's just a hill that kills at the 4th kilometer when you're already fucked.
Yeah.
Just a big fuck off hill.
Where's the one you got your personal best at?
Sail.
Oh God.
And that's it's just around a lake all flat.
Yeah.
And then there's a country town one, so there's like, if you're a little bit fast, there's like only like 10 of you that's faster, so you're not like weaving through a crowd at all.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you know where you're going.
I don't. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no.
I'm getting kidnapped right now.
I just picked a direction.
I know we're in Brunswick.
Yeah.
I learned the rip today.
Oh, yeah?
Thanks for all caught up.
Alright.
I think the only other thing I could mention is like the huge dump that I took in the Edinburgh Gala.
Do you want to describe that in detail?
It was just, I had to go, the Maccas went right through me. And yeah, it took a lot. I gave it everything I got.
We accomplished many things today.
Yeah.
One of them was that dump.
Yeah. I got like the amount of energy I had afterwards. I was a changed man.
You really got got rid of a lot of dead weight.
Yeah. I also made a little note. Just run, bitch.
Bitch, run! So what's your step goals on?
When I was at the running track, I did make the claim to get 120k steps. Just because I was trying to make predictions.
Yeah, of how much you get.
Yeah. Although I was feeling really bold and I was thinking I could get 120 kilometers as well. But then I'll say an hour later, I was like, I was delusional. I made a grave error.
It's like the Jake Paul thing. I made a severe lapse in my judgment.
Severe and continuous lapse in judgment. I am sorry.
I made promises I couldn't keep.
I shouldn't have went into that forest.
So do you think you're gonna make it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the last thing I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about. For someone who's done like 45 kilometers so far, like I'm feeling like unreasonably good. Like my pain is like a 2 out of 10, which for doing 45 kilometers is like
Pretty good. Yeah. That's really low.
Yeah. Like I went into it expecting some leg pain, and I've just got a little bit on my foot and some little bit of tightness in my Achilles.
Yeah.
And like that's pretty good. And the tightness seems to go away when like my leg gets warmed up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, great. So only my feet hurt, and that's like the expected thing I'm dealing with, where like it's almost ignorable.
You knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
How would you compare it to the pain last year?
I would say, I think at this stage the pain was actually worse last year. But this is also when I took the nap,
Yeah.
and when I came back, I was like a new person.
Yeah. But you didn't need a nap this time.
No, it's a bold strategy I'm going with, just because I was feeling great. But probably when it comes to like 3 or 4 p.m, I'm like, I'm a fuckwit.
You might need to do a pit stop nap.
But at that point, I'm like, well, I'm so close.
Yeah, that's true.
I am looking forward to if what happened to me at the end of the last one happens this time,
Yeah.
which was the stabilizer muscles in my back got the ones that automatically fire to keep you upright.
Yeah.
They stopped doing that.
Oh,
So like standing upright was like a manual process.
you have to keep doing it.
Which was like really fun, but
Yeah.
like, it was like like seeing like some like content of a game that you've like the devs clearly weren't trying to get you to see this. Like,
Yeah.
This is clearly some back end code that like you fucked the game, alright? Like this is going to the file ends in Minecraft.
You found the bugs.
Yeah. And it was like you weren't supposed to hit the step button 100,000 times.
Man, God Code is disappointed in you for finding bugs.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that happening again.
Yeah. Breaking the code.
Yeah. Like now, well, like I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
But as a person who has basically no subscribers, I'm gonna say I think 2.7k is enough.
Yeah. You can splurge once a year.
Yeah.
Once everyone likes and subscribes to this video.
And you know, donates to the Patreon, and it'll go straight into getting a fancier camera.
Yeah. Splurge on the OnlyFans.
Yeah, there's feet pics,
Elbow pics.
tasteful nudes.
It's all tasteful.
Yeah. And when I say tasteful, I mean I'm just bent over, spread cheek.
Tasteful.
But there's a butt plug with a little star in it, so you can't really see.
Yeah, so it's alright. It's not nudity.
It's just heavily implied. Alright, we've gotten to midday. We're at about 48 kilometers. So our head start, our little advantage of a kilometer, that's all gone, and we're now also behind too. We're at 48 kilometers, and I am a little worried that I won't be able to get to all 100 by the end, just because I am certainly in no state to run at the moment, and it's just like this kind of sucky thing where I'll need to like probably rest a little to get like the energy to run, and like so like, the legs don't hurt, but on the flip side of it, like that just caused me to lose more. And if I just only walk, I still just don't. I don't think I'll make it to 100, which is a little sad. But I'll have the the knowledge in my mind that it probably is 100. Just Google Maps isn't tracking it right. But the number won't say 100. It'll say 90 something probably. Which doesn't hit the same. But yeah, hopefully I'll get a second wind, because I am slowly losing the 100 kilometers. through walking alone. Now I'm looking actually, I realised that the step prediction is still very much so achievable of 120,000 steps. So that could be a nice plan B to shoot for. Now that I feel the 100-kilometer goal slipping away. That'll be a nice backup reward. Seeing that the kilometer tracking isn't ideal. And because I feel like the step tracking surely is a little bit more accurate. And I can even use my my watches like to verify the steps as well. Because like the kilometer tracking on the other one was even worse. So yeah, good backup plan. I'm certainly not going to quit. I'm still going to see it out and see how far I can go. I think when I'm with the people, I'll walk around with them. I will get the food that we're going to get. But then when we're done, I think I'm going to try and convince them to let me nap at their place for like half an hour. But I think that's the recovery tool I need. Because like I think at most, if I don't use the nap, I've only got one good run at me. And that's after a little bit of rest anyway. But if I nap, I know it's possible that I could get like 3 or 4. And that would probably be enough to get me across the line. Like, I think it's a gamble that I have to make. Alright, so nipple covers.
Why?
Double-sided.
Are you going out to a club?
No, it's just so it stops nipple chafing.
Oh.
But yeah, flush.
You're gonna get flagged on YouTube for that.
You look so fucking goofy.
Your turn.
It's so zoomed out.
I don't like how it's lagging because I'm like moving my finger and I'm like, it's not moving.
It needs to keep up. So I've left my friends in Reedy Ponds. I didn't film with them as much as I expected to. But when I got to them, everything hit me. I feel like I hit a wall, and the nap I forego that I didn't do before, I did it then. And like I still feel pretty bad, not gonna lie. But I did want to, like the thought of quitting did cross my mind. But having people lined up still to come, I want to at least make it to them. But even though I'm definitely not going to make it to 100 kilometers at this point, because like I nap for a while, then like so unless a miracle happens, like I just don't have enough. I don't have the ability to make up the ground I've lost at this point. However, I'll still go for the like high steps pot like I can. I still think 110, 120,000 is doable, and a kilometer total over 80 showing on the Google Fit is possible. I will say it was a little demoralizing, kept them like finding that I was like just barely in front and like being behind, knowing that like the app wasn't counting me right. Like it's a problem I don't know how to fix going forward either.
Really safe.
That does not look safe at all.
That looks legit to me.
So Jack,
450 at the moment.
how are you feeling? Attempt 3?
Attempt 3. Debatably last attempt because it sucks.
Who the fuck is that creep over there? Sorry, are you allowed to swear?
Yeah.
What is the best part of today?
Meeting up with all the people I haven't seen in ages, you know.
What is the worst part of today?
Honestly, the worst part was actually like the first 5 hours because I was just running loops on like the Melbourne Uni running track. And
You're running?
like yeah, walking and running like on and off.
That's insane.
And like it was cold and it was boring.
Yeah.
And like I would run for 15 minutes and then I would like rest and then like I get all the shirt all sweaty and then it'd get all cold.
So it was just a loop of sadness.
Yeah.
Move the fuck out of the way.
There you go. Look, her nips.
You don't see that every day.
She's not a fan of me, I guess.
Yeah, for context, that dog just tried to bite Jack in half.
It's a menace to society, even though I was on its property.
Exactly. I've got some questions that will really show your
Yeah.
viewers you. Peanuts or pistachios?
Peanuts.
Salted or
No, you are not the person that's in charge of this.
salted or plain?
Salted.
Good answer. Stepping in a wet puddle. I don't know what other puddles there would be. Or honey.
Stepping in honey. I hate having wet socks.
What about having
Sticky socks.
I haven't. It's not a sensation I've had yet, so I don't know if I hate. I just know that having wet socks ruins my day.
Wow. And last question. What do you identify as an animal? What animal do you identify most with and why?
An orca.
Why, Jack?
explain yourself?
I just really respect their hunting strategies, and like I really just want to be part of the pack, because like they do like wild shit that you wouldn't even like expect an animal to do. Like they know to just flip over sharks because it makes them go to sleep.
That's insane. They also know how to kill things without even needing to eat.
Yeah, they do it for fun, and they like it's called. They know like since there's no like orca doctors, they know like to get into fights, like to try and like do range damage as much as possible.
That's so fucked up. You heard it here first.
And I just like really respect that they're all about longevity and survival, and I'd like to be that. and also like about like sticking together.
Yeah. Solidarity. You know what I mean.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay.
Last thing is we'll do a score check.
Oh yeah, score check.
Yeah, 61 and 78.
I don't know if it can see it.
There you go. 78 K steps, 61 kilometers.
Wow.
We designed.
They bolted in.
I don't know. What do you think it's going to be? Nice.
What have we found?
We've got a random encounter.
No!
Oh no!
The meow has a wild.
Fucking cat. Okay. Fuck.
The wild meow has fled. You know what? I came up here to get a nice view. Oh, this is fucking nerve-wracking being up here. Alright, we're at the last little hurrah now. I'm at the tan running track. I will be here for the next 2 hours or so. I'm at 93,000 steps. And like 70 kilometers, I think. I think I've got 2 full laps in me, and I started a bit further back, so like it'll be like 2 and like a third, and then I'll make my way to Flinders Street, and then I'll head home and depending on what time I end up getting there, I'll like pace around the train station. If I could, yeah, 71.75. I'll probably end up around 80 kilometers, a little bit more, 105, 110, depending on just how long it takes me to warm up and how much stepping I do, I guess. It's been a hell of a ride. I have been reduced to a weird waddle, if you can see it. I'm not really intentionally doing it, but like my hips are getting like locked into place, because if I try and step normally, like the natural kind of rotation of my body causes my butt cheeks to rub, and I have reached chafing point. It's inevitable. It's happened. I'm happy I've lasted this long, and I've got a method that's almost as effective as normal walking, where I can dodge the pain. So we're doing a waddle to victory. We're almost at 100k on a couple of these things. They're slightly out of sync. If you can see this one, it says 99,142. This one is 98,295. Either way, this lap, we're getting there. And our kilometers is at 76. And we are, second we're finishing that lap, we are heading straight to the train station. In a minute or two, I'll just keep my phone out and we'll watch the counter roll over to the next significant figure. It'd be like watching a sunset twice. But this is a victory lap, but I don't have a lot to say because just everything hurts. Everything from like my hips down is on fire. 99,817, 99,844. We're just watching this until it happens. $99,870. $99,899. $99952. $999.8. 999.88. Next one, let's go. $100,000 on the square dot. So tired and thirsty. We turn around at sunset. Our victory lap is when the second sunset hits, and then we go to Flinders. You can convince me to like explore around Fed Square for a second if there's something on, and to walk around the train station, but I think I'm done. It's so far around. We go to sunset. We go to sunset. We go to sunset. Come on, sunset. Come on, updates. Final minute, then we turn the ship the fuck around. Nine 99974. Next update. Oh. Next update, and we're there. No, not like that. $100,050. We're turning this ship the fuck around. And we are done. What a day. 85 kilometers and 105,000 steps. That's more than 2 marathons in a day. You know, while still falling short of the original goal, that is a hell of an effort. Absolutely proud of what I've been able to do over the course of the day. Now, this time next year, round 4 will be happening, and by God, we're getting it next time. It will largely be the same. I will to get around the GPS problem we had this time, I will plan the route ahead of time. Yeah, we've shown that the GPS does not have the accuracy that I want for an event like this. Yeah, that's all I got. So thanks for watching this far, and I hope to see you soon.